The Seattle Seahawks surprisingly are 3-0, and they currently are in first place in the NFC West. And going into this season, I was really high on the Seahawks. I believe that they were the biggest sleeper team in the NFL going into this season. And so far, this team has been exactly what I thought it would be. The defense has been outstanding under first-year head coach Mike Macdonald. They rank in the top 5 in several statistical categories on defense. They are fourth in points per game allowed, second in yards per game allowed. They got the number 1 pass defense. They are top 5 when it comes to getting stops on third down and in the red zone. This is a complete all-around great defense. They got a lot of depth and talent when it comes to their pass rushers. They got a decent secondary. And offensively, Geno Smith, we get it. He's not all that great, but he's good enough to win a division that is kind of having a down year. The 49ers, they haven't really been that great. They got some injuries to Christian McCaffrey, George Kittle, Deebo Samuel. The LA Rams, nearly the majority of their starters are down. They got none of their star receivers. Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, they're going to be out for a couple of weeks. They are going to end up getting healthy around week 8, week 7. But for Seattle, with you being in first place right now, you're in prime position to really take control of this division. If you can win 2 of your next games, you got a big test against the Detroit Lions on Monday night. If you can get out to a 2-3 game lead in this division, you got a great chance to walk away NFC West champions. You don't need to have an extraordinary offense to win this division when you got the guy who is considered to be the Sean McVay of defensive coaches. And Mike Macdonald, for those of you guys who are not familiar with this dude, this is your first introduction to Mike Macdonald. He was the Ravens defensive coordinator last year. And you remember what the Ravens defense did to the 49ers offense on Christmas Day. They completely shut out that offense. Brock Purdy had like 3-4 interceptions in this game. And the NFL has been overran by an influx of offensive-minded coaches. But Mike Macdonald could bring balance back to this division again. Because there are a lot of offensive-minded coaches in this thing that are really good. Kyle Shanahan, Sean McVay are 2 of the best offensive minds in the modern era of the NFL. So when you got a defensive guy in Mike Macdonald that has a complex scheme that adapts to whoever his opponent is, it gives the Seattle Seahawks a huge advantage because they have drafted very well on both sides of the football. Seattle has one of the better rosters in the NFC this year. They don't really have to sign a lot of free agents because of how well they've drafted. Boye Mafe, Devon Witherspoon, Kenneth Walker. They don't really miss too much in the draft. They got talent. They got depth. The thing that has held this team back the last 4 years has been their defense has been their Achilles heel. Pete Carroll was running an outdated defense. You got this guy in Mike Macdonald now that is doing some things that probably are going to revolutionize the NFL. A lot of people are probably going to start taking a little bit of tidbits from Mike Macdonald's defense and apply it to their own. He's going to have a big impact on how defense is going to be played in the NFL for over the next couple of years, with how many different things he's able to do schematically on that side of football. Arizona, unless their offense can put up 30 in every game, they don't really have a shot to win this division. Right now, with the 49ers and the Rams being wounded, not playing their best football, not being at 100% health-wise, this is a great and golden opportunity for the Seahawks to run away with this division. The NFC is not that tough. There are not a lot of good teams right now. You got teams that are talented like Philadelphia, but you don't really know if they're going to be able to play up to the level of talent on their roster. Right now, there's a bunch of good, above average teams, but there aren't really a lot of great teams right now in my eyes. And for Seattle to start out 3-0, it doesn't matter who they played. You know, it's hard to win in the NFL, especially early, because you don't really know what to expect from your opponents. And the best way to make it to the postseason, to win the division, is by getting out to a fast start early. So for Seattle to be 3-0, this is a golden opportunity for them to take control of this thing and win this division early before the Rams and the 49ers can get back to full health, because even when those teams are healthy, they're going to have a hard time scoring on this defense. This is going to be one of the top 3 best defenses in the league this season. So of how good you're going to be on the defensive end, it doesn't matter if you're getting mediocre quarterback play out of Geno Smith. We've seen teams like Cleveland make it to the postseason with Joe Flacco because of how extraordinary they were on defense. Defense still can win a lot of football games, people. It's an offensive revolution going on, but defense still matters. Offense is kind of down this year. So you got a defense that can force turnovers, hold teams to under 17, 20 points per game. You don't really need your offense to do too much.